With winter right around the corner, you might want to escape that cold, wet weather and head for the sun. Well, you're in luck because our destination focus of the month are the Indian Ocean Islands. I'm Jennifer Sanasi, you're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by Celine Brophy. She's the Traveler 24 editor, and she's going to tell you exactly what you need to know to plan that hot holiday this winter. Hello.
Hi, Jen.
We're talking islands.
Yes.
And you've just come back from an island, haven't you?
Correct. I just visited Mauritius. South African Airways recently celebrated 50 years of flying the route there, and they took a bunch of journalists out there to just show us, you know, all there is to see and do around there. And contrary to popular belief, Mauritius is not only for the romantics, it's very family friendly. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Was it as beautiful as I think?
Yes, it's rustic. On the islands, it's rustic. And I mean, I think because of the tropical climates and so forth, some of the buildings look a little, you know, like mildew. They've got a bit of mildew, but the resorts are amazing. And the way that they're structured, you could spend your entire week, 2 weeks, just lazing about in the sun. Everything is right there at a drop of the hat. Yeah, so beautiful.
That sounds beautiful. Now we have some Instagram photos to take a look at.
Yes.
This is the wonderful beaches that you're speaking about, I guess.
Correct. This was on the eastern side of the island, and yeah, just I think this is one of the heritage resorts. It's all encompassing. We had lunch on this particular beach. It was amazing, and yeah, I think the east is quite popular, but also the south and the north. Grand Bay is also one of the popular spots on Mauritius that people head to.
All right. Now this is a building, and
Correct.
it looks like an old building.
Yeah,
one of those old buildings you were just speaking about.
Exactly. Some of the group wanted to go and check out, because Mauritius has reinvented itself in terms of manufacturing. They do a lot of the popular brands. They put all the clothing together there. So it was a retailer or one of the factory shops out there. So people wanted to go and check it out.
And this is one of the other beautiful beaches you're
Correct.
speaking about.
This is where we were staying, Zilwa Attitude, and what I was referring to earlier about it being so family friendly as well as romantic, because they've got an enclave of chalets where you can stay that's just exclusively for couples. And then there's another side to the resort where they have the kids, and they've got a very extensive play area.
So they separate the romantic couples,
yeah.
not to
and
poison your lovely family vacation.
Nobody feels offended. Everybody's doing their own fun thing. So yeah, that's fantastic. This place was so beautiful. And just in the distance there, you can see Gunner's Coin. And there's also an amazing snorkeling spot just beyond that. We went Ile de Gabriel, and we went on a cruise, and yeah, it was just fantastic.
It sounds fantastic. It sounds like you want to go back.
I do, definitely.
All right, now the next destination you have been to also, I'm so jealous of you, is Reunion.
Yes, Reunion.
What's going on here?
This is another cruise that we took, but this was actually more an environmentally friendly one. It was focused on a dolphin click project. So we went out with these guys, and it was just, we actually found a pod of dolphins, and it was one of the most surreal experiences, because they were swimming alongside us all in and around. Like, they were literally drawn to the boat, and yeah, just incredible. We went in June, and I think that is an ideal time for South Africans to go, because it's kind of their off-peak season, but it's also our winter season. So the weather's amazing. It's like, yeah, I know, it's like a pleasant day in Durban or Cape Town without the wind, you know, in April. So yeah, it's a really good time to go. And Reunion is an adventure paradise. It's just so much to do. Creole experiences. I mean, I think all of the Indian Ocean Islands have the Creole culture, but specifically with Reunion, we went canyoning through an extinct volcano crater. We went canyoning down waterfalls, and just doing the, you know, not necessarily the beachy type stuff that you would associate with an island holiday. And yeah, for me, that was just really amazing.
Now, Reunion is a European island.
Correct. It's actually an extension of France, and surprisingly, though, you don't need a visa to go there, and literally everybody speaks French. There's a lot of...
Do they use the euro?
They do.
That's the downfall.
It is a bit pricey in that regard, but yeah, I think if you plan correctly, there's a number of different accommodation offerings. There's self-catering, and yeah, I think if you plan correctly, it can actually be quite a decent holiday. So, but euro exchange rate, you are subject to that.
All right, now this one I'm excited about because I'm actually going to Mozambique in June. Okay. So tell me everything I need to know.
Well, it's friendly for you because you get to go there without a visa, or it's a visa on arrival. And yeah, perfect time that you're going. As I mentioned previously, it's off-peak for them and it's our winter period.
I think a lot of people hear off-peak and they think they won't be able to do all of the wonderful things they want to do.
And when I say off-peak, it's entirely in reference to the rates that you will be charged at the resorts or the places that you stay. Mozambique is very much also one of those romantic destinations that's geared towards the romantic holiday. But yeah, it's not only for couples wanting to go, but for you specifically, Jane, yes.
I'm excited!
Lazarita and Antara is one of the resorts that we featured, or one of the island stays that we featured on the site. And yeah, you can find all the details there. It's just uber luxurious, very exclusive. So yeah.
I'm really pumped about that. Now, this last island sounds a little bit more pricey to me. It's the Seychelles.
Yes, not as easily accessible as Zanzibar or Mauritius or Reunion, the ones that we've been speaking about. But it's pretty much worth your time and effort. It's one of the iconic Indian Ocean islands, I would say. We recently were invited there for the launch of this Eden Blue Resort.
Wow.
And it just looks incredible. It's also being put together by or at least it's been built by South African companies. So yeah, we've got extensive ties going into a number of Indian Ocean islands. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Now, what would you recommend people do in the Seychelles?
Snorkeling, all of the water sports, definitely. Praslin, this is the market in Victoria, the capital in the Seychelles. Definitely going to experience the culture, getting to experience the food. It speaks to that Creole culture that I spoke about before. So yeah, definitely going and getting in touch with the islanders, because they have such, that's one of the things that I've found across the different islands that I've visited, is that warm islander nature. Yeah, it definitely comes across.
I love people getting to know the local
for sure. Yeah, and going out to the markets, getting like face to face, because you could get stuck, as I said, in the resorts. It's so beautiful. You don't want to lift yourself off from the beach, but it's worth going to explore. So.
Well, there you have it. That's our destination focus of the month, the Indian Ocean Islands. If you've been to any of the islands in the Indian Ocean, let us know what your experience was like in the comment section below.